So are we really so broke that we got to start financing our food now? And I'm not talking about credit card use at, Walmart or Target or whatever your grocery store of choice is. I'm talking about they're actually gonna help you or let you finance your food for DoorDash. Apparently, this is not new because Grubhub already offers something similar. And I guess I would be a little bit more understanding if we were talking about the delivery of my full grocery load. However, to me, this just reeks of predatory lending type situation, because who do you think they're actually targeting with this? They're targeting people that probably shouldn't be ordering out to begin with because they don't have the money. I can imagine that sales are going to go through the roof on Wednesdays and Thursdays, the days that most people that are not good with their money, are broke, don't want to eat what they have at home, and decide they're going to order food. And now they can, because they can do 4 easy installments, or they can pay later, or they can pay in full now. And here's the kind of the catcher with this, from my investigation anyway, and there's a lot of people talking about this. This is going to be a hot topic for a few days, I'm sure, is that there's no interest or no added fee if you do the 4 easy installment payments. The downside is that we don't know what the pay later rate will be, if any. I would expect that if they're not going to charge interest, what's the point of offering the service? It's one thing that you decide to do 4 easy payments and pay Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for your order from Wednesday or Thursday. It's a completely different thing if you continue down this road. To what end? How much are you allowed to finance? For how long? What's your payment history going to be? Once a month you're going to make these payments? So you're going to have maybe multitudes of these 4-month payment plans based on Grubhub. The other part of this, to me, that I think reeks horribly, is because people are already carrying credit card debt to cover basic life needs as it is, and are spending out of their means many times just to try to keep up with the inflationary rates, etc. So they're using credit cards already to offset and to keep caught up to some degree, because you're not really paying off that credit card every month. It'd be one thing if you used it Monday through Thursday, and then every Friday or every month you paid off your balance, but that's not the case. People are racking up credit card debt to cover monthly expenses in record numbers, record amounts. So that's another huge thing. But the piece of this that bothers me is that these are people that can't afford to order this food to begin with. So why are we making it easier for them to get into a bigger situation that's worse? A situation where we could have installments and who knows what not, and for how long, and what the interest rate could be. And they may not know. And they may not know or find out until all of a sudden they start getting behind on these payments, and then the bill goes up and up and up. And at what point do they get cut off? Is there like a $500 max credit limit that you can use for the Klarna? That's the name of the company that they're partnering with. So the Grubhubs in these situations are already upcharging you horribly for this food. I heard another person use the example of a sandwich from Panera that already costs $8 on its own, but by the time you add in delivery fee and a service fee, which is separate, it gets it up to almost $24, and you haven't even left a tip yet. They haven't even left a tip yet, and you're already over $25 for an $8 sandwich, which is already a moneymaker for these companies, because otherwise they'd sell it for $10, right? There was a time, years past, where I worked at a fast food restaurant in a managerial role, and I knew what these costs were based on average meal size on our biggest and top sellers. And it was astounding, even at that time, this is back in the early 80s, where the most popular dish cost $3. It was like a dinner from fast food from a fish place at the time, Long John Silver's. And the most popular meal was the Fish and More. And we charged at that time approximately $3 with tax. And that meal cost the restaurant 32 cents to make. 32 cents. So that tells you the upcharge already. So now take an $8 sandwich. That's all of a sudden become $24. And now you're going to have to go out 4 months or 4 easy payments. Or maybe your bill gets so high you can't afford to make the 4 easy payments. And now you get interest tacked on to the end of it. It's going to be crazy, and I just think it's a bad idea. All we're doing is making it worse for people who can't afford to spend, making it easier for them to spend, and making it harder for them to get out from under it. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. I appreciate you watching. Leave a comment what you think about this whole thing. Like I said, I'm not the only guy talking about it today, and it'll be a subject of great disdain for a few days, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, thanks again. Talk to you next time.